So it's been a while since I uploaded an art video, and I never really know how to start these things, but I've always wanted to make one with some voiceover, and I've gotten a few requests for it over the years. So here we are. Disclaimer, this is not exactly a tutorial, but more on just me showing you guys my process and how I do things. So let's start. I've already made a sketch, and for this we are making a mirrored look similar to what you can see over there on the right. This character I'm drawing is a commission, and first things first, I tend to start off with the eyes, and you'll see me adjust the face and eyes a lot, just making sure the proportions and distances are right. It's something I'm quite particular of because I always somehow mess up one eye being larger or smaller than the other. So flipping the canvas from time to time helps with that. Next up is the hair, wherein I just do these light, chunky, wavy lines and some teardrop shapes. This is all just stylistic choice. I don't think real human hair looks like this, but it's how I tend to draw it. Later on, we'll be polishing it up and defining it a bit more. For the outfit, I also like to just do it light and soft, trying my best not to go too overboard with the frills and ruffles. Right now, just fixing it up, making sure the skirt physics sort of makes sense. Right now it's looking like a puffy cabbage, which I guess I'm fine with. Now we're adding in some lace details. Those laces on the shoes and the, what's this called? Buddhas? The vest. I forgot to put one string right there, but we'll be adding that in. For one of my favorite parts, this is where I start drawing in thicker, bolder lines for the edges, and I think this gives it that pop-up, cut-out look, which I tend to go for. So it's not just one thin line. We wanna add a bit of variety here, and it makes it more solid and defined. Then drawing in the character's face tattoos, like so. The next step is coloring, which is the most exciting and probably gruesome step. I'd select the background and reverse it so that what's highlighted and selected is the subject I'll be coloring. The bold lines we did earlier helps a lot with that, so we won't end up with selections bleeding through, if that makes sense. I went ahead and laid out all the flat base colors, making our way up, just laying out all the colors and lighting here and there. Over here, you'll see me struggle a bit with the face, which I'll get back to later on. Pulling up one of our references here because we want to make sure it's sort of uniform and consistent, because we are going for that mirrored light versus dark look. Plus, that piece on the right was something I made almost a year ago, which was also commissioned for a friend, and I often forget how I draw. Moving on, here we're just painting all the cloth and polishing up some more details. This dress we're working on is Gothic Lolita inspired, and the material is what I believe is called lyrium. So it has that black, dark blue, contrasted, glowy, lightning blue. Now for the face. At first, I didn't know what I was doing here. Really just trying out and trying to see what works and what doesn't. Just really asking myself, was I going for a semi-realistic look? But in the end, I just chose to keep it simple and not overcomplicate it too much, because those highlights were looking kinda wild earlier. I start coloring in the line art for some softness and glow, and for the dress, I'm bumping up the blues and adding in some sparkles for the edges and greeny textures using a textured brush. So we finally made it. Post-processing with Photoshop. Wasn't able to record this part, but here's what my final layers look like, and I'll try to explain what I did as best as I can. So I'd merge everything together but keep the line art and coloring separated. I then duplicate those layers but with Gaussian blur around medium to minimal opacity. Same with the line art. I often do this part to give it that soft TV animation effect. It's a little hard to describe, but it's similar to this. I don't know if you can see it here, but it makes things look more atmospheric. And you can see I added in some touch-ups on the parts that kept bothering me, like with that area above the shoulders. Then I drew in a few loose strands for the hair. And that's it. If you watched this all the way through the end, thank you so much, and I hope this video served at least a little bit helpful and useful. Let me know your thoughts and if I should make more of this. Hopefully we can make this into a weekly thing. Feel free to share this with someone you know and leave a like or comment below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.